Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 71 degrees going up to a high of only 84. Can you believe it? But it's going to rain. 24% chance of rain. Listen, I am so happy to be here with you guys today. I got to tell you, this has been a really weird, July has come in and been pretty weird, right? Just a lot of things that has been happening. Just a lot of crazy stuff. Like, I can't even explain it to you how crazy things are, but I'm not even doing video today because I'm just out of whack, kind of. You know, I'm out of sorts. Yesterday I tried to do the show from the Northside Gwinnett Hospital because my uncle had to get a fistula put in because he's on dialysis. And so I was like, you know what? I don't want to miss the show. I want to do the show because I think I missed 2 days at the end of the month because I was in Miami and it just didn't work out. I was on vacation. I really was on vacation. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do the show just so I don't have to miss the show from the hospital, which I did. Now, I got to tell you this because I thought this was pretty cool. So Northside Gwinnett, it used to be just Gwinnett Medical Center. Now it's Northside Gwinnett. And what I found amazing about that was that they done did some rebranding. I was like, oh crap, they done did some rebranding. Like, they got some new stuff going on. I was like, all right now. So the bag, you know how you go to the hospital and you get the plastic bags? So this is what I found fascinating, right? Because I'm thinking about, like, you know, the branding and what's going on. So they got some new bags and I was like, oh crap, this is pretty nice. So the bags now, so when you go to the hospital and you have to put your clothes in the bag, the little plastic bag. They don't have the plastic bags anymore. Now they have these really nice, and it's pretty big. It's a big bag, and they're some kind of, it's not really cloth, I don't think it is. I think it's like some kind of fiber, but it's really nice, and it has all the branding on the side. So when I was talking to the nurse, I was like, I like these bags. She's like, yeah, that's branding, which I know, because that's the first thing I said. I was like, that's branding. And so I was so excited about the bag. Ain't that something? It's crazy, right? But anyway, that's where I was yesterday. I was at the at the hospital with my uncle, you know, and I got to tell y'all this. So that's my mom's brother. When I moved to Georgia, you know, I brought everybody, my mother, my husband, my daughter. At the time, my daughter didn't have a kid, and my uncle, that's one of her youngest brother. That's her second youngest brother. And, we're all from Albany. His daughter lives in Albany, and he decided he wanted to stay in up here with us. So he stayed. He still lives with me. So we all live together. So when I was trying to find a house, I had to find a house big enough for all of these people to live in with all these different personalities. So I knew what I was getting into. Don't get it twisted. I knew exactly what I was getting into. So I knew I had to find a house big enough with everybody, with all these different personalities, and I did. I found the house big enough for everybody. And my mom was like, she was really like the glue that held us all together. She really was. And it was crazy because I didn't realize that until this past weekend. Like, she was the one that pretty much held us all together. And that was her brother. And she would, I don't care what we did, she would always make sure he was taken care of. Always. Like, she would always say, we call him Dunk. Ask Dunk that he wants something to eat. So, you know, and we did that. And I think I had to continue what she wanted me to do. So I was, you know, he's my uncle and I love him. Like, he is my uncle and I love him. He's always been like one of those people that I could go to, especially when something is broken. We call him Macgyver because let me tell you something. If anything was broken, he could fix it. And so we teasingly called him Macgyver because we were like, this is broken. He knew how to fix it. If something's wrong with your car, he knew how to fix it. I don't care what it is. My uncle he knew how to fix. He knows how to fix it. He's not in the best health right now, so he can't do all that stuff. But, you know, I wanted to make sure that I honor her wishes and make sure that I take care of him. I know that's what she would want. I know she would want me to make sure he's okay. I know she would want me to go to the hospital. Like, there were times when I didn't want to do something. And, I used to be so mad sometimes, like, man, I don't feel like doing all this extra stuff. And because she would like make me go out of my way. And I'm a grown woman, but my mother is my mother. So when she say, do, I gotta do, and that's what I did. And there would be times when I'll be halfway to where I gotta go, and she be like, "Did you ask Duke? Did he want anything?" And honestly, I be the forgot. Like, I ask her, like, "Hey, I'm on my way in. Do you need anything?" And she be like, "Oh yeah, get me such and such." And then he'll come and he wants something totally different, which means I had to go in a totally different direction. And I would get so mad sometimes. I really would. I would get so mad sometimes, and I'm like, "Oh my God, like, just get your stuff." But I have to make sure that I take care of him, because I know that's exactly what she would want it, and so I'm gonna do what she would want to do. So that's my mom, and she was my heart. She still lives in my heart, and I don't think that's ever gonna change, ever. And I want to honor her wishes, and that's what she would want. She want me to make sure that he had what he needed, and so I make sure you get the dialysis 3 days a week. I just make sure you got a spatula put in so they can change the place they administer dialysis. Like, I do what she would want me to do. And I know that's what she would want to do. So I'm okay with that. I totally okay with that, because she was that person. Like, she made sure we were all okay. Like, she took care of everybody. Like, in one way, in some form or another, she took care of everybody. And it's crazy because I don't think anybody realize it until she's not here to do it. Like, I don't think we all realize just how important. She's your mom, you love her, but she was like the glue that pretty much kept it all together. It's so crazy because she called everybody every day, all her friends. She called all her brothers. Like, she got 2 brothers that she would call. So she would call my Uncle Blunt 10 o'clock in the morning, then Uncle Tommy's at 12 o'clock, and then about 6:30 Blunt again, and at 7 o'clock Uncle Tommy. And what was crazy, if they didn't talk to each other around that time, the first thing they're like, "No, wait a minute, what's going on? I ain't talked to such and such. I haven't talked to him yet," or they'd be like, "You ain't called me yet." If she called my Uncle Blunt, he don't answer, that would be like a problem. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I was at Northside Gwinnett yesterday, and I got a chance to do part of the show, but as soon as I got finished doing the horoscopes and I was just about to go into the news, which I would carry over from yesterday, they called me and told me he was in recovery, because we had been there since like 5:45 in the morning. And so mind you, it was about 10:15, I think, by the time I got finished doing the horoscopes, and I was just about to go into part of the news, and they came out and called me in the back, so he was in recovery. So I had to leave, had to cut the show short and go in the back. And today is Talk Business Tuesday, and I'm gonna talk to you about why being able to podcast is such a powerful platform, and I'm going to reference back to yesterday as I talk to you about it. So just stay tuned. On the other half of the show, I'll be talking about why podcasting is important and how powerful it truly is. All right, but right now, let's get on with our day. Yep, today is National French Fry Day, National Beans and Frank Day, and National Cow Appreciation Day. It's also National Delaware Day. National French Fry Day, have yourself a French fry. If you like beans and frank, it's National Beans and Frank Day. And if you live in Delaware, happy National Delaware Day to you. And if you eat beef, it's National Cow Appreciation Day. If you have a farm, appreciate your cow today. It's national, somebody actually came up with a holiday for a cow. I'm just saying. I guess everything has energy and everything needs to be shown some love and respect. So I'm going to roll with that. I can roll with that. I truly can. I can truly roll with that. So those are your national days for today. Now let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen for today. July the 13th. We're almost in the middle of this month. Let me tell y'all, time waits for no one. Not a person. No one. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You could overreact to emotional situations regarding your relationships. Investments will not be as they appear today. Be careful not to show your temper when dealing with your boss. Listen, you got to work with that person, Aries, so be careful not to show your temper today. If it's your boss, refrain yourself. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm just trying to save your job. Taurus, do not overspend on children or large purchases. Be cautious. You can deal with financially. Be cautious who you deal with financially. Don't let your emotions get out of hand. Listen, if it comes to money, be cautious who you deal with today, Taurus. If it's got anything to do with money, be cautious. That's what the stars are telling you, and I'm just emphasizing that a little bit more for you. Gemini, don't make promises you can't possibly keep. You will communicate easily today. Yes. Looking to alternate means of supporting your financial burdens. Oh, listen. There's so many opportunities out there right now to support your financial burdens. I'm talking about a lot of them. And I'll talk about a few of those on the other side too. Just some opportunities for you to do things, be creative. All right, so Gemini, you don't have to stress. You got to find something to support your financial burdens. Don't stress about it though. There's opportunities out there for you. And I'm going to tell you how to go and find some of those opportunities. Cancer, it may be best to work on your own if possible. Do your job out of your home today. Your self-confidence will attract members of the opposite sex. Remain calm and you'll shine. Passion should be your goal. Passion should be your goal. Your confidence is going to attract all the people of the opposite sex. Just remain calm and you're going to shine. Listen, you're going to glow up today. You're going to shine. Leo, try to avoid any drastic decisions concerning personal legal matters. Your ability to take hold of a situation will surely bring you popularity and leadership. Don't push your mate if you want to keep this union going. Leo, why is it that I'm always talking to you about pushing somebody and demanding somebody? Probably because that's who you are, right? Yeah. Don't push them. If you want the union to keep going, don't push them. Not today. Virgo, you will find yourself tied to the phone. Your social skills with people may be more than just helpful. Your best gains will come through helping others emotionally. Listen, your social skills with people may be more than just helpful. Trust me, if you got something that's going to help somebody, it can help them in more ways than one. And you don't even think about that when you think about your social skills and things like that. But sometimes you have to think about what you really bring to the table. And apparently today, Virgo, you're going to bring some other stuff that you don't even know you bringing to the table. And that's probably going to be a good thing. It's going to be helpful to that person. They really need your help today, and you got what they need. And you're going to get them best gains when you help people out emotionally. All right. Going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies. And stay tuned.
Tell me if I got it wrong, but you don't want to be alone. It's getting late. Got it all, babe. Save us when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe. Save us when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go. Boy, loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go. Boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Anytime is a blessing. You know we can take it to the next level. If you let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Go ahead and tell your friends. Talk it out, but it won't end. You are never true to heart. You need me when it's getting dark. Got it all, babe. Save us when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe. Save us when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go. Boy, loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go. Boy,
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Y'all hear how raspy my voice sound? I got some allergies or something going on. It's better now because it was worse. Like yesterday, I think I probably sound worse. I also think I was yelling and screaming at somebody, and I think I kind of injured some stuff, so I probably need to just take a break. So after Thursday, I probably won't talk as much. I'll probably just give my voice a break for a minute because I think I damaged something. Anyway, let's keep it moving. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Organize your responsibilities that have to be attended to and make sure everyone knows what to do. You should be getting into self-improvement projects. Your attitude is changing rapidly and your plate is overloaded. All right, your attitude probably changing because you got too much going on, Libra. That means get rid of some stuff so you can fix the attitude. Let me tell you something. Whenever you got a whole lot of stuff on your plate and you feel overwhelmed and overloaded, you tend to have a bad attitude. I'm telling you what I know. My plate get overloaded. I'm in a bad mood because I'm all stressed out about what to do next, how to do this, how to do that. I get it. I understand. And so speaking of overloading my plate, I'm about to start working on a new book. I haven't written a book in 3 years, I think. It's time for me to write a new book. I got a good one. I think this is going to... This is going to be my bestseller. This is going to be my bestseller book because it's different from what I normally write. I normally write it's going to be a how-to, but it's going to be more about mindset. So I'm excited. I'm super duper excited about writing this book. So, yeah. Anyway, Scorpio, you can learn from those who have had a similar experience. Any difficulties with peers could be unnerving. You don't want to give anyone fuel for the fire. Listen, if you know you got some fuel that people can throw in your fire, don't give it to them. Because if you do that, you're going to blow up. They're going to blow up your spot. They're going to blow up your business. They're going to blow up your job. Don't give them any fuel to add to the fire today. Not today, Scorpio. Not today. Sagittarius, friends may not understand your situation. You have a tendency to think that no one else will do things properly. Secret, and the key word there is secret. Secret affairs can only lead to devastating circumstances. The key word there, Sagittarius, is secret. If it's a secret, you may not want to do it. Because for you today, it's going to be devastating. The circumstances are going to be devastating, so don't do it. Okay, let me tell you this real quick. I'm talking to the camera, right? But I didn't even put the camera on this morning. And it's crazy because I'm so used to, I've gotten so used to talking to the camera. And I didn't put the camera on because I'm just not prepared for the camera. I'm only prepared to talk to you guys. I'm not prepared for you to see me this morning. Not that I look bad. I'm just not prepared. I feel like I'm all over the place. So I'm talking to the camera as if I'm really talking to the camera. But the camera's not on today. Anyway, let me keep it moving. I'm so used to doing that. I feel I'm sitting here talking to the camera like, okay, the camera's not even on, Audrey. Capricorn, you can win points with children if you take the time to show interest in their accomplishments. Deal with in-laws today. You will find your personal partner taxing today. So your partner, I don't know if it's your business partner, the one you're in a situation with, the one you're in the marriage with, you're going to find it difficult. Here's the other thing. You may even have to deal with their in-laws. I'm just trying to help you out. Ooh, good luck. Good luck, Capricorn. Aquarius, you are best to keep your money tied up in a safe and secure place. Yes, watch the coins. Your lack of attention may have been a factor. Plan your day thoughtfully, but try not to rely on others. Listen, keep your money wrapped up. You know, when I was a little girl, y'all know I always got a story. When I was a little girl in Albany, my great-grandmother and my grandmother, they used to put all their money inside like a sock or a stocking, and they would tie it up and put it under the mattress. And so when you ever heard of cotton mattress? These were mattresses that they had that were made out of pure cotton. I'm talking about cotton with the seed still in it. And it was lumpy. You're talking about a lumpy bed. Don't worry, some lumpy beds, but that's where they kept the money at, tied up, safe. There was no bank. We ain't put our money in no bank. We're gonna put it in this stocking. And when they got ready to leave out the house, they took the stocking, they put it inside the bosom, put a safety pin, and pinned it inside there so it don't move. So it's inside the shirt. My great grandmother used to wear a sweater on top of the dress, and inside the dress, inside the bosom, the stocking was pinned to so it was not going anywhere till she take it out at night. I just had to share that story. Because as I was reading the horoscope for Aquarius by keeping your money tied up in a safe and secure place, that's the vision that popped into my head when I was a little girl. And my great-grandmother used to put that money in that stocking and that sock. I'm just, listen. She was 77 years old. I remember her just like it was yesterday. She used to always whoop me. She told me I was Omlish. If you ain't from Albany, Georgia, you probably don't even know what that means. Omlish. Mannish and Omlish. That's what she used to tell me. So Omlish. I don't know what that means. I just know that's what she used to say to me. Don't ask me because I don't know. Pisces. If you can make phone calls instead of going out. If you can, make phone calls instead of going out. Yeah. Yes. Yes, fish. Yes. Try to curb overindulgence today. Be sure to find out all you can before you commit to anything. I ain't committing to nothing today. My plate is loaded. It ain't overloaded, but it is definitely loaded. So I don't know about you, fish, but this fish, I ain't committing to nothing new today. I got something I got to do like soon as I get finished eating my breakfast, and I'm going to get that done today. So I was telling the person last night, just to be clear, it's a website. I have to build a website, right? And I was telling the person last night, I'll get it done in the next couple of days. It's like, you going to build a website? Like, yep. Here's the thing about websites, right? I don't care what anybody says. There's so many templates out there for things you want to do. You can pretty much do whatever you want to do without having to know how to do anything, right? If you sit down long enough and read through and watch tutorials and videos, you can learn how to do some stuff, like real simple. So for me, building this website is going to take me probably just today. Like if I sit here and focus on it, I got some other stuff to do. And I should get this done in about 3 hours because it's pretty simple. It's not intricate. It's like it's an information website. So probably going to be like 3 pages. It's going to be quick. He's like, you going to do it tomorrow? I said, yeah, I probably have it done. And the reason I say the next couple of days because I got a client that I got to do some work for first. And then I come back and do the website. But it's a simple site. It's like 3 pages, maybe 4 tops, maybe. And it's going to look nice because I know how to do this. I've been doing websites. Let me tell y'all something. I went to school to learn how to build websites in 1994. They were just kicking off. So I've been doing websites a long time. I just don't like to do websites. And here's why I don't like to do websites. Because people take too long to send you the content that go on the website. They don't know what they want, so they expect me to make it up in my head. And that's what I used to do. They would say, oh, girl, you can do it. Just come up with something. And then I'll come up with something that, oh, yeah, I don't like that. Change the color, change it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I just decided I don't want to do that. I don't want to do websites because they stress me out. However, for this I will because it's something for me and a partner. Like this is a joint venture between the two of us. So, he's not big on like a whole bunch of crap and neither am I. We just need to get an information site up and running, which is what I'll do. All right. So anyway, fish, don't overindulge your day. And find out all the information before you commit yourself to anything. So all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's get on with some news you can use. Now yesterday I was going to talk about this new initiative that the Gwinnett County Sheriff Office is launching. But I didn't get a chance to because right when I got ready to share the story, they called me into the recovery when my uncle was waiting. So I'm going to share the story. This is my first story of the day. So, the Gwinnett County Sheriff Office is launching a new program. It's the first of its kind, and it is meant to help people who have been released from jail and prison get health insurance. Oh, I think that's really cool. The office announced the establishment of the reentry health insurance program last Thursday with the opening of an access kiosk at the Gwinnett County Detention Center. The office said it is the first law enforcement agency in the United States to offer the program. The first in the United States to offer the program, which is designed to ensure people released from prison and jail and halfway houses get immediate access to health insurance. Oh my God, how amazing. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I know that some people have made some mistakes in their life and some people feel like they don't deserve health care. But if they went to jail and prison and they've done their time, they should have health care. They should have health care too. Yep. So guiding residents towards medical insurance is another key component of the criminal justice reform system. Individuals transitioning out of incarceration often include adults with significant mental health and physical needs that also experience social and economic challenges, said Sheriff Keybo Taylor. So, we talk about this a lot. I was at the DA office last week and we're working on an initiative right now about money. And we were talking about how a lot of the crimes that we see in our communities around the world, not just in Gwinnett County or Fulton County, but a lot of the crimes that we see around the world has a lot to do with poverty. And reason there's poverty because people don't know how to really make money. And if they make money, it's hard for them to hold on to money. And trust me, I know, because I see money just slip through my hands plenty of time, and I'm supposed to be, kind of savvy. And I'm like, holy crap, what did I do there? So we're going to be working on an initiative to help with understanding money and how to make sure the money stays in your household. And because that is a way for us to address the crime, to start to address some of the crime problems that we have in our county. And a lot of that stuff comes because people don't have the access to capital. They don't have the access to right education about money. And so these things are important. So the fact that he said, you know what, and his team, his department said, you know what, let's give these guys some health insurance so they can go to the doctor, especially those who are suffering with mental illnesses. Because a lot of the times people go to jail because they do have mental illnesses and they don't recognize it. And then and law enforcement doesn't either. That's why we got all these initiatives in Gwinnett County to focus on mental health, because mental health is big right now all over the world. It has always been big. It just hasn't been talked about as much as it's been talked about right now. And we have to talk about it because everybody has some form of mental health that they're dealing with. I don't care what anybody says you do. You may not deal with it on a regular basis like a lot of people, but there's something mentally going on, and you need to know that there's access for you to get the help that you need. And so if you're coming out of jail and having this mental issue got you locked up in the first place, now that you have the fact to have health insurance and you can go see a therapist, you can go see a social worker to help you make sure that doesn't happen again. I think that's a great initiative. And I know some people will beg to differ. I just think it's a great initiative because that could cause that person not to go back to jail and be incarcerated again. But that could also help our communities when we have other individuals dealing with health problems, and that could also save the taxpayers a lot of money because that person is not sitting behind bars where taxpayer money is taking care of them because they have a mental issue that should be addressed in a hospital. So I think it's a great thing. I'm going to give him a round of applause for that initiative because I think it's a good initiative. I think a lot of times people, when they think about stuff, they're so judgmental about a lot of things. And I just feel like, you got to think about the big picture, right? It's not about just that person. It's about the effect that having health insurance can have on that person, that person's family, and the community at large. Because it's bigger than just that person, right? Think about this for a minute. When that person who had a mental illness got locked up, right? Now we had to spend taxpayer dollars. The family had to try to get them out. The family had to try to pay for an attorney. Whoever loved that person is missing them. It's a lot. It's a lot. And that could take a toll mentally on the family. It really could. And so I think it's a good thing. It's not just a person that this is going to affect. It's going to affect that person's family, that person's life, the community at large. It's going to affect a lot of people. And I know people don't want to, I know people don't want to believe that, but it's the truth. Gwinnett School seeks applications for curriculum committee. Yep. So the Gwinnett County Public Schools is accepting applications for an oversight committee which annually review the school's district's curriculum. Parents, community members, and school district employees are encouraged to apply for the Gwinnett Educational Management Systems Oversight Committee, according to a news release and a social media post. This is in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. So if you want to know more about that, they are looking for you. So if you want to sit on that committee, they're looking for you. Yep. After reviewing the curriculum, the committee recommends changes and addition to the superintendent. The Gwinnett County Board of Education must approve the revision before they take effect. So you got to make sure if you're going to serve on the committee that you can serve without bias. That's all. Anyway, they're looking for you. If you want more information about that, application deadline is August the 13th. The next meeting is scheduled for October the 28th. Committee members serve 3-year terms. So if you're going to be on this committee, make sure you can dedicate 3 years. It's a 3-year term. And the application deadline is the 13th, right? The 13th of August. If you want more information about how to apply to become a committee member, go to ajc.com. And click on local and go to Gwinnett and you'll see that story there. All right. Okay. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return for my pain. I never thought I'd be so empty, so alone and afraid. Wasn't looking for a lover. Nobody understood where I've been. I guess I thought I needed more time to protect my love from potential offense. So then you and you, but so you and I'm not surprised by what I found. 'Cause I know I needed something different and out the blue, somebody who would listen. Out of all the people to revive my love, couldn't be just anyone. But baby, it had to be you. I didn't seem to notice that you were checking for me. We were just friends. But we started building trust and my fragile heart started to mend. Yeah, I should have paid attention. You would have been the obvious choice. But I needed time to see clearly, dig deep and cut through the noise. So then you and you, but so you and I'm not surprised by what I found. 'Cause I know I needed something different. Out the blue, somebody who would listen. Out of all the people to revive my love, couldn't be just anyone. But baby, it had to be you,
Welcome back. So Gwinnett County, Gwinnett Walton Habitat for Humanity chapters merged into one group. Yep, they're going to be merging. It's going to be one Habitat for Humanity here. So Gwinnett Habitat for Humanity has been actively working to help people in need in the county have access to housing for more than 30 years. I'm talking about 30 years. That's a long time, y'all. But it's now making a major change whose impact will be felt in neighboring Walton County. So the Gwinnett County and Walton County Habitat for Humanity affiliates announced yesterday that they are merging to become one single affiliate called Gwinnett Walton Habitat for Humanity. That will work with residents in both counties. Walton is the next county over from Gwinnett County on one side. So Gwinnett sits kind of in the middle, like Hall County, Barrow County, and it kind of borders all these counties. So in Walton County, the new combined organization will hold its first home build in Walton County in September. I think that's so cool. I had a chance to go talk to Habitat for Humanity. I know you guys heard me talk about the rug chest. That was one of the things I was like, I'm gonna launch the rug chest. And here's what I realized, right, in launching the rug chest. I realized that if I was going to be getting rugs from other countries, it was stressful. I got a couple of orders. The rugs got stuck in limbo. It took like 30 to 40 days to get the rugs. I was like, oh yeah, I can't. Because when you try to provide good customer service and you really don't have a handle on how that stuff is shipped, only thing you can keep doing is really keep talking to the customer. And that stressed me out. So one of the things I had did was I was going to partner with Habitat for Humanity. I had a meeting with them, and I just love everything that they were doing. But then I just, after like having my first few orders come in and just that whole process, I was like, oh Lord, I can't do this. This is going to stress me out beyond anything I could probably think of, because I remember this lady had ordered like 3 rugs in California. And they were all coming from different places. So she went to my Shopify store to order, right? And I was grateful. I think I got a total of about 5 orders in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was crazy. People found me. I did no marketing, and I know that's $1 million business, but with that business was gonna come $1 million worth of headaches, and I wasn't ready for that. But anyway, the lady ordered like 3 rugs. She ordered a really, really big rug. Then she ordered like 2 medium-sized rugs. Well, the 2 medium-sized rugs came from I think they came from China. The really, really big rug came from Turkey. And only thing it could tell me was that it was in transit. Then it would say, it was in, I don't know. It was crazy. It just took a long time. And she was reaching out saying, hey, where's my rug? And I'm like, oh, it's coming. But what I did was I did provide very good customer service. Like I would give her updates. And, she was grateful. She said, thank you for the updates. But to me, and I'm sure I could have assigned that to somebody and say, listen, I need you to handle customer service, right? But to me, that was so stressful. Like, I was like, I cannot do that. So anyway, I said all that to say, I was going to partner with Habitat for Humanity to donate free rugs every time they build a home. And I thought it was a great thing. It was a great concept, but that whole shipping of the rugs from different countries, was not so much. But anyway, Gwinnett Habitat for Humanity has been around since 1988. They've built more than 150 homes in Gwinnett County. Yes. It also began its first neighborhood revitalization project last year, and I think that's what I got a chance to talk about with the young lady I was talking to. Now this is going to be nice. It will also now offer home build, revitalization, a brush with kindness. Oh, that's so nice. That's so good. That's such good branding. A brush with kindness home improvement program efforts in both Gwinnett and Walton County. Oh, I like the brush with kindness. That's beautiful. I don't know who came up with that, but that's really cool. To read the full story, go to GwinnettDailyPost.com. You can read the whole story there if you want to figure out how to participate and donate to the organizations. You can. There's a lot going on with this partnership, so I think that's pretty cool. Check it out. Speaking of houses and housing in Gwinnett County, 500 apartments coming to small Gwinnett City. Tequila is about to get 500 new apartments. A mixed-use development will add hundreds of apartments to Tequila, a small Gwinnett City with about 6,000 residents. Tequila City Council unanimously voted on July 1st to rezone about 74 acres on Harbins Road. The action will allow WWP Acquisition, an affiliate of Atlanta-based Watkins Real Estate Group, to build 320 multifamily apartments and 180 units of senior apartments on 63,000 square feet and 63,000 square feet of retail. Now, there's so much development going on around Gwinnett County. My voice is starting to go. There's so much development going on around Gwinnett County. There's still a lot of people who just don't want this to happen. They want this. They want their small towns to stay small towns, and I get it. I love small towns. That was one of the reasons I wanted to move back to Georgia. I wanted to be in my home. Georgia is my home. Shout out to my people in New Jersey. That's my home too. I'm split between the two. Because at the end of the day, I'll probably have just as much time here, hopefully, than I spent in Georgia. Like, I spent 42 years in Jersey. My brother reminded me of that this weekend when we were together. Yeah, I spent 42 years in Jersey. So, prayerfully, God give me 42 to spend here, too. At least 32. No, yeah, that'd be nice. In good health, in excellent health. I don't want to just be here. I want to be here in excellent health. Anyway, there are a lot of people who are not happy about all this development that's going on in Gwinnett County, and I get it. They want their small towns to stay small towns, but the town know that in order for you to grow and thrive, you got to have people and you got to have jobs and all these great things. And so it was voted on unanimously that this is what's about to happen, and it's a beautiful. You want to see what it looks like, you go to ajc.com and click on neighborhoods. You can see the drawings, the renderings of what it's going to look like. It looks like it's going to be beautiful, though. I'm sure it is, though. Because when I go to South Lawn, it's beautiful down there. I actually want an apartment down on South Lawn in Lawrenceville. Because I want to be able to just come out my house and be right in the middle of everything. But I need a country house, too. So when I want to be away from everything, I need to just go to my country house and do that as well. So anyway, all right, today is Talk Business Tuesday, y'all. And I told y'all I was going to talk about why having a podcast is a great idea and the power of podcasting. So for those of you who are just listening to the show for the first time, I've been podcasting now since 2009. I've been seriously podcasting for the last almost 3 years with Good Morning Gwinnett. And I say seriously because I was kind of just in and out, you know, with the podcasting. And now here, over the last 2.5 years, I'm over 500 episodes of this show. And so I love this space. But what I like about it is that you can do it from anywhere. And somebody said, you know, some people think of podcasting as just a way to be entertained. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always thinking about, you know, what it looks like on the business side. And if you're a small business, whether you do insurance, whether you do network marketing, whether you do baking cakes, whether you are a coach, whether you want to be a speaker, whether you're an author, this platform can really help you expand your brand. And the reason I say that is because you can do it from anywhere. You can practically do it for free on some platforms. And if you have to pay some money, the money is so small, you probably won't even miss it. Like if I go to Panera and spend, you know, $12, which is normally what I spend at Panera Bread, about $12, like $11 and some change, that's a month of hosting on Buzzsprout pretty much. Or Lipson, right? So for me to have a panini, which is what I normally get, no, chicken Fantega and a sweet tea, which cost me almost $12, I could pay for my hosting and build a brand, right? So I just want to put that in perspective for you, because a lot of people ask me when I do the classes, well, Audrey, how much does it cost? What do I need to do? You don't need a whole lot of expensive equipment, right? You just need to get started. My friend Chris Cremitzo, he is the founder of Podfest. He wrote a book called Start Ugly. It's called Start Ugly. Start anything ugly, just start. The thing here is to start. And I know for you perfectionists, that's hard. I get it. That's a hard pill to swallow for you. But you want to start ugly. And the reason I love podcasting, because one, it's a powerful platform, but two, you can do it from anywhere. So think about this. I was in the hospital yesterday waiting for my uncle to come out of surgery because he got a fistula put in. And I'm sitting there and I get the chance to do the horoscopes with you. I get to tell you what the national holiday is. I got to tell you a little bit of stories. I got to talk about, you know, the new branding for Northside Gwinnett Hospital, because I thought that was pretty cool. And all sitting in the waiting room and people looking at me like, what is she doing? And I'm talking and I'm like, you're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett show? Pretty cool. Now, here's the other thing. Because I did it in a very public place, people probably wanted to ask me, what are you doing? What do you, I see you talking with your thing, your microphone thingy. They probably wanted to ask me, what are you doing? But they didn't. But it piqued their curiosity. And if anybody had been brave enough to ask me, what do you do? Guess what I would have done? I would have popped out a Good Morning Gwinnett business card and gave it to them. And now they can see what I'm doing. And so it's a way to expand your brand. It's a way to build awareness about what you're doing. This is why it's so powerful. If you let me just give you a prime example. I'm going to take network marketing because there are a lot of people there are so many network marketing companies, and there's a lot of people in network marketing. If you are in network marketing, chances are you have more than one product that you represent, right? Let's say, for instance, you was in a network marketing company that sold, I don't know, tea, right? I love tea, so let's say it sold tea. If you have a variety of teas, you can talk about a tea every day, once a week, right? Let's say you got 12 varieties of teas, right? You can take each one of those teas and break it down into 4 episodes, okay? 4 episodes. And talk about something about each one of the teas. Like what's in the tea? Is it an antioxidant in the tea? You know, is the tea good for inflammation? Is the tea going to make you have good skin? You know, so that's that particular tea. Let's say you got a Earl Grey. Earl Grey, is it going to help you sleep? Is it going to keep you up? Does it have caffeine? Does it not have caffeine? That's another episode. That's another 4 episodes. Let's say you got chamomile. Is chamomile good for babies? Is it not good for babies? You get my drift? Like, you can create a podcast pretty much around everything. Everything. Anything you think of, you can create a podcast for. I don't care what it is. Is it watermelon seeds? And the reason I say this is because I had watermelon for breakfast. Is it watermelon seeds? Yes. Okay, so what do you do with watermelon seeds? Can you plant them? Can you eat them raw? Can you roast them? Can you eat them roasted? You know, is it a certain place you need to plant them? How much do you need to water them to grow? When I tell you, you can build a podcast around anything. You're in the insurance industry. let's say you're in health insurance. Lord knows there got to be a million questions that you can talk about in health insurance to educate the consumer about health insurance. So if you thinking podcasting is not for me, it absolutely can be. Now, if you don't, I don't like the way my voice sound. Do y'all hear how I sound this morning? I sound like I ate a frog. My throat is raw from me yelling. My throat is raw. I was out hanging out with my cousins and my brother and my friends in Albany this weekend. So my throat is raw. I had a good time. And so don't worry about that. It's the message that the people... Now, let me just say this. Full disclaimer. There are some people who would not like the sound of your voice. And they'll tell you, oh my God, your voice makes me sick. There are people that I've heard talk that make me cringe. But here's what I do. I turn them off. Because there are other people that love the sound of their voice. So the people that don't like the sound of your voice, they will turn you off. So don't even worry about that. Don't worry about, not liking the sound of your voice. It's not your voice, it's the message. So if you get the people the message, the people that need to hear the message, they don't mind your voice because they came for the message. So why do you want to start a podcast? 1, it's a powerful platform. 2, it helps you tell your story and get your message out there. 3, it helps you build credibility. 4, it helps you build a brand, a global brand, because when you start podcasting, it's on all of these different platforms that are all over the world. Like my podcast right now is in, I think it's China. It's a podcast network in China. And I look at my stats. I'm like, oh crap, we're doing pretty good in China. I'm speaking English, but it's doing pretty okay in China. Right. And so, these are reasons you want to start your podcast, and it's relatively inexpensive to get started. It's pretty simple to do. If you can set aside 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes a day, you can launch a podcast, right? But that takes discipline. Even 5 minutes is going to take you discipline. People will make up all kind of reasons why they can't set aside 5 minutes a day. I set aside about an hour, 4 days a week. I'm just saying, because I'm committed. I'm committed to having a show that I want to produce. I'm committed to being consistent, right? I'm committed to bringing you good information when I get it. I'm committed. 5 minutes, if you can't make a 5-minute commitment, you're right, you can't do a podcast. Can you commit to a minute? Yes, there are minute videos out there that are powerful. I've seen them. 60-second videos, 60-second documentaries. But guess what? The producer was committed to putting out 60 seconds of content. Now, I can guarantee you that 60 seconds probably cost them 3 hours to put together because it was a lot of editing and cutting out and all this kind of stuff. But they were committed. So you got to be committed to it. Yes, it's a powerful platform. Yes, you can reach many people. Yes, it's a relationship builder. It's all of those things. Because of this show, I've built some really great relationships, and I'm grateful for that. I'm totally grateful, and I'm steady building relationships. And so it opens doors. It's a lot of things that this platform does, and it gives you flexibility, and you can make some money. Yes, you can. If you have a website, if you have a course, if you have a coaching practice, if you sell insurance, you can make money because you can take all the traffic that your podcast produce and drive it back to the place where you want people to find out more about what you do and how you can serve them. So it's a great platform. It's a powerful platform. And if you use it the right way, it can really change the way you live your life. All right. All right. I'm going to my last song. I'll be back after the song to give you my word of inspiration for the day. Stay tuned.
A four-letter word. Trust yourself and you get hurt. Tell yourself it's so absurd. Four-letter words. Four-letter words. I hate it when you're like this. You never get excited. Struck by lightning. Don't hide it, no. Don't hide it, no. Soulless man, do you feel it? Love hurts more when you're in it, yeah. Gravity at its limit, do you
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. So every morning at 8 o'clock, I get on the mastermind call. And this morning, I happened to be on a call where Dr. Dennis Kimbrough was a speaker. And the reason he was a speaker is because we're all reading his book, What Makes the Great Great. And so one of the young ladies who were in the mastermind, she decided to invite him to be a guest on the mastermind this morning, which is pretty cool. So if you've never heard Dr. Kimbrough speak, he's amazing. He's been doing his work for a very long time, and I was excited to be on the I don't know what that noise was. I know you guys heard it. But anyway, I was excited to be on the mastermind this morning. I almost missed it because I was running late. But anyway, I get on, he's on there. And he's quoting all these different people. W.E.B. Du Bois, he's quoting Mandela, he's quoting W. Clement Stone, Napoleon Hill. He's quoting all these different people. And I thought that was pretty cool. But he said a quote from Too Short, who's a rapper, right? Which I thought was a pretty darn quote. And this is my closing quote for you today. And I'm gonna change it up just a little bit, but it was so powerful. I was like, okay, this is gonna be my closing quote for the day on the show. It says, it's time for the world to sing my song. So it's time for the world to sing your song. Oh my God. He said that's on the Too Short rap, right? It's time for the world to sing my song. So I'm telling you, it's time for the world to sing your song. Here's the question. What song are they singing for you? Oh my God. And so for those of you who don't understand what that means, is that a lot of times we stand in the background of our own lives. We stand in the darkness. We stand behind the door. We hide out in our own lives. So the world don't even know we got a song to sing, because fear keeps us in the background. Fear keeps us behind the closed doors. Fear keeps us behind the desk, quiet. You don't want anybody to see you. So the world don't even know that you have a song for them to sing. They don't even know. And so my question is, do you have a song for the world to sing? And if so, what's your song? What song do you want them to sing? I thought that was so freaking powerful. I was like, I gotta close the show out with that quote today. So hopefully you got a song for the world to sing, a good song. Let them sing your song, but you got to come out. You got to come out from behind the desk. You got to come out the closet. You got to come from behind your parents. You got to come from behind the kids playing soccer, because we hide behind a whole lot of things. We hide behind lack of money. Not an excuse anymore. We hide because we got 2 jobs. Not an excuse anymore. We hide because the kids got to go to college. The kids got to go to soccer. The husband got to go to work. We hide behind everything because it's just fear. When you're not hiding behind anything and you figure out what your song is, the world will sing your song. What song is the world going to sing for you? Listen, that's all I got for you today. You could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 57 minutes with me. And I love and appreciate you to life for that. If you missed any episode of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Twitter at Good Morning Gwinnett and on GM Gwinnett. And follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. Also, download the app from the App Store. If you got an Apple phone or Android phone, there is an app for that in the store. Just go to your App Store and look up Good Morning Gwinnett, and you will see the yellow and logo, yellow and purple logo there. Download the app to your app phone. That way you never miss the episodes. And if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, be sure to go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, and give it 5 stars. And if you want to support the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com, click on support the show. Or just shop or buy a book, whatever it is, however you wish to support the show. I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Thank you again for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You know what? And until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.